Hello, everybody. My name is Del, or Delazar, and hey, welcome in. I hope you're all doing fantastic, wonderful, and lovely. But if you're not, congratulations. You somehow managed to end up here on your shitty day. And honestly, I thank you for coming by. Why am I being sentimental out of nowhere? Who fucking knows? I appreciate you. Thank you. Anyways, everyone else and everyone who is sad as well, go into the description and watch the original video. Thank you very much. Let's begin. So we have Yuji can solo all of Demon Slayer, which is a crazy ass claim. For the simple fact of how, like, I know he doesn't have Nichiren weapons, right? And if we're going by the soul based punches, I guess, right? But like the nature of a soul in Demon Slayer is different. Eh.
Striking time.
Now against the actual humans, possibly. Speed scaling is a issue here, but yeah.
By this point, some of you guys probably think that I absolutely hate JJK, but it's quite the opposite, really. I wouldn't be doing so many videos on it if I didn't like it so much, which is why I'm doing this video now. So watch till the end and let
he
me
wanted
cook.
to choose a verse that was
Joining
weak enough.
the gauntlet in this video will have the demon god himself, Yuji Itadori, going up against several Demon Slayer characters. And now that the JJK manga is finished, I can gauge Yuji's strength in regards to his opponents a lot more accurately since the last time I featured him. That crazy chapter hadn't come out yet while I was working on the video, which made a lot of people upset. But things are very different now. And as always,
He does have a
spoiler warnings
domain.
for both the JJK and the Demon Slayer manga. That being said, if you guys are ready...
Hey, spoilers. Y'all know what to do. Also, by the way, everyone else, you know what to do originally. Watch the original video, like it, go. Now. Go. Thank you very
see
much.
some real epic and badass fights, then make sure to subscribe and hit that bell while you're down there. And if
Damn
you're
right I
interested
am.
in learning how I make these animations, then I've officially opened membership for this channel where I show my whole process in making these fights. You'll be supporting the channel and also get early access to these videos before anyone else, along with some other cool perks.
Thank you.
But without any further ado, let's get straight into this with Yuji's first opponent. Yuji versus Inosuke Hashibira.
So, this isn't fair to him at all, but Jesus. JDK characters just hit harder.
Now, this would
and
probably
have
be
harder-
just an intense brawl between those two characters since they both excel at close-range combat. In his first appearance in Season 1, we saw how well Inosuke could fight in his short exchange with Tanjiro.
Oh yeah.
And over the course of the series, he gets strong enough to behead Upper Moon 6's Daki, and fast enough to start dodging
Bear versus
attacks from
Cheetah,
Upper Moon 2
yeah.
Doma's Blood Demon art. And in the
Speed is like Demon Slayer's literal bread and butter. They live and die on speed. While JJK characters, while they're fast, they hit harder and they take more damage. And they also regenerate. So that's not the bad thing. Here's also another thing I just realized. Going for the neck is actually the same weakness for Jujutsu Kaisen characters though. Okay, you just gotta cut off their head because otherwise it doesn't work.
similar way to Yuji, Inosuke is probably one of the most insanely durable characters in all of Demon Slayer.
Oh
So I could
yeah.
definitely see Yuji having a bit of trouble with landing a decisive blow on Inosuke at first. Although I don't see his beast breathing being able to overwhelm Yuji in his crazy abilities. Even Sukuna himself starting throwing up fingers when Yuji was landing these devastating blows on him. So you can only imagine what he could do to someone that's a lot less durable than the King of Curses. The current version of Yuji would unfortunately be way too much to handle for Inosuke, even with his talents.
Jesus. Did you need not you saying left, right, good night? Ding. King of the Mountains eliminated. That's fucking overkill. Why'd you have to hit him with a black flash? Why'd you add that? And you know what? Fuck this man. Let him die.
Kill confirmed.
Kill confirmed. You didn't need to do this shit.
Is KD 1-0. Let's see who he's got next. Yuji versus Mantis Sleep, the sponsor of today's video. Now,
I was wondering who the fuck this is. These this Incredibles 2 ass fucking goggles.
if you've been watching me for these past few months, you probably noticed that I've been pumping out content like crazy and animating like I work for Mappa. So getting some good night's sleep is
Damn right.
absolutely necessary for me to keep this engine running smoothly. And Mantis Sleep helps me do just that. They make the world's best sleep mask and functional sleep accessories to help you get the best naps you could ever ask for. The one I have right now is the Mantis Sleep Mask Pro, but they offer a large variety of other masks to suit your needs. There's the steam mask, the cool mask, the weighted mask, and the
Sound and weight might actually be what I'm looking for. Will I be using it to sleep? Depends. Will I use it for other reasons? Oh yeah, Yuta put Panda in the closet for like 72 years, I believe. What? Astral. Don't talk about that epilogue right now. That epilogue, I'm not sure how I feel. Right? Like I like where it's going, and I like what it is, but I want more from it. You know?
sound mask, which has actual
I'm gonna wait
Bluetooth
till it's
speakers
actually
on it.
like
And each
translated
one of
for us
them
to
are
read it.
adjustable to fit everyone. They offer 100% blackout with some insanely soft and breathable materials. And the eye cups put absolutely zero pressure on your eyes or your eyelids. So if you want to take your naps to the next level, then check out Mantis Sleep in the description below and use my code.
So you just gave me like perfect blindfolds. Dope. I'll probably add these to my throne and then just like pay for them whenever I feel like it later.
A-roni to
Dope.
get 10% off your first order.
That's if I
And
remember.
thank you Mantis Sleep for sponsoring this video.
Yuji
versus
Tomioka,
Giyu
edgy swordsman, has joined the game.
Tomioka. His first battle against the Hashira, and a pretty strong one at that. In this case, Giyu's speed would probably be the biggest factor for him to land attacks on Yuji.
Water breathing, fourth form, striking tide.
Now, obviously, he's not the fastest Hashira. There's a lot of other Hashiras that are definitely way faster than him, and honestly, I'm not even sure if he's faster than Zenitsu. But you guys let me know in the comments what you think about that.
He's not.
Although he did manage to completely blitz Rui in Season 1 with pretty much no effort whatsoever. And his Demon Slayer mark did give him a pretty nice boost when he was fighting Akaza. But even that wasn't enough to overpower him. And since we're talking manga Yuji in this video, in the same way the demons do, he would be able to regenerate from all the wounds that Giyu inflicts on him with his reverse curse technique.
Yep.
Giving him a huge advantage against pretty much any human in the Demon Slayer verse. Now, you might think Giyu could just chop off Yuji's head and that would be the end of it.
Yes.
Since Sukuna stated that the RCT resides inside the brain in his fight with Gojo. But I'm pretty sure he would be able to dodge those fatal slashes with ease.
That is actually fair. That's completely fair.
Before he even got his awakening, he was keeping up with a fully awakened Maki and dodging piercing blood. So I don't think Giyu would just blitz Yuji. His speed is also no joke. And speaking of piercing blood, Yuji also gained the blood manipulation curse technique when he ate all of the
but he needs someone else to start that, or he
Although
has
he isn't as proficient with it as Chosa was, it's still another strong ability that he has in his arsenal. So just like in his fight with Akaza, it would only be a matter of time before Giyu eventually gets overwhelmed by Yuji and the devastating power of his attacks.
Honestly, that's completely fair.
2-0.
Yuji being akin to Akaza, I
feel
that. I feel that.
Yuji.
So you chose the actual blood demon here, like the actual demon.
Nasugawa.
Smoke demon. I love how his username was Smoke Demon. That's fucking dope.
Compared to his last Ashira fight, Sanemi would definitely give Yuji a bit more of a run for his money.
Sanemi's a goddamn issue.
Himself would make him a lot stronger and faster than Giyu in general, allowing him to possibly.
Problem with Sanemi is, number one, he doesn't get his usage of his main hacks, which is that his blood is basically drugs when it's airborne for demons. So like he can't just hit you with the you're high now. That'd be funny, but he can't. At the same time, Sanemi gets stupid when he wants to. If that man has a reason to fight, he will fight through stupid shit. Like, he had his entire lungs opened up, and he stitched himself up on the battlefield and then continued fighting.
Land more hits on Yuji with his wind breathing. But like I stated,
also, here's another neat fact about wind breathing. It's one of the few breathing styles where it's actually real. Yeah, he can cut you from a distance.
In the previous fight, Yuji's reverse curse technique would give him a huge advantage over Sanemi and allow him to pretty much regenerate from everything he does to
Now,
him.
is it as good as
Not
Sukuna
only that,
slashes?
but Yuji has some crazy slashing power of his own when he uses Sukuna's Shrine Curse technique. And I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for me to bring this up, and trust me, we'll get to all of Yuji's abilities in due time. But the bottom line is, both of them can cut each other. The difference is, the more Sanemi gets injured, the slower and less effective he becomes. Which is something he stated himself in his battle with Upper Moon 1 Kokushibo, while Yuji is just going to be constantly regenerating. So you put that against Shrine, some crazy speed and power, blood manipulation, and the ability to pretty much land black flashes at will, and yeah, Sanemi's done. Yuji's KD, 3-0.
Well, here's my thing, right? Do we scale Yuji above Kokushibo? Right? Because, in my opinion, Yuji doesn't, unless I see the anime, moving 3 turns before a death mechanic. What do you mean, Astro? Are we talking about the campaign or are you talking about something else? But if we're talking about Kokushibo, I think Yuji goes underneath the Kokushibo. Also, it's 2 turns in the campaign. No, that mechanic still stays. So Tim didn't get it? What do you mean didn't get it? What? The fuck are you talking about, Astral?
Let's see if he can keep...
No, Tim isn't dead. He got reduced to burn and then was healed. Yeah, no, you're tripping. You're tripping the fuck out. Tim's still alive. What the fuck are you talking about?
keep this streak going.
Anyways. Ah!
Yuji...
Donut Man is... That's not fair. That is the Krispy Kreme employee. He is not the Donut Man. Rengoku is the Donut Man.
versus Akaza. He finally goes up against a demon, which levels the playing field a little bit since both characters this time are going to be able to regenerate. But in this case, Akaza's regenerative capabilities would be even greater than Yuji's reverse curse technique.
Yeah, there's no
'Cause
ending
even
here.
after he got beheaded in his fight with Giyu and Tanjiro, his body kept on fighting, and his head was this close to completely regenerating, which is something...
Yeah, here's another issue. I don't know if you realize this. Yuji has crazy bloodlust. Yuji has crazy bloodlust when it comes down to him being angry at people. Especially someone who would go out of their way to eat and hunt. Like, Yuji's entire motivations and struggles would piss Akaza the fuck off because he's so happy-go-lucky with things. Oh no, I'm talking about like end of series, when he's like after the epilogue, right? But if he's just like not Shibuya, if it's Shinjuku Yuji, right? Shinjuku Yuji versus Akaza. Narratively, I'm gonna give it to Akaza because of how he would just all of that bloodlust and fighting spirit would allow Akaza to have too much precog.
something I'm pretty sure only the top 3 Upper Moons can do, as well as Muzan, of course. So if Yuji just uses his conventional attacks, he's not going to be able to kill Akaza.
Domain expansion.
Okay.
Which finally brings us to the final abilities that I haven't mentioned yet in this entire
So
video.
now, okay,
It's
that's why
Domain
you're able to
expansion and
avoid
the
it.
Soul Dismantle. Now, you might think the title of this video is a bit of an exaggeration, but this here is the main reason why I think Yuji could destroy the Demon Slayer verse with minimal effort. So hear me out. Yuji's always been able to damage the soul since the beginning of the series, and after his awakening, his Soul Dismantle allows him to do the same but with even more precision and devastating effects. Now, if Demon Slayer didn't really have a well-defined concept of the soul, I wouldn't even be bringing this up. But it does. And since it's one of Yuji's strongest abilities, I kinda have to. In the Mugen Train arc, Lower Moon 1 explains that every human has a spiritual core, which is how we wanted to kill the Demon Slayers at first, by sending these kids in their dreams to destroy them. And if we take his words at face value, Once that core is destroyed, the person dies too, no matter how powerful they are. Which brings me to this. Yuji's soul dismantle would in theory be able to target a person's soul, or the spiritual core in this case, and destroy it just like that. And I say just like that because honestly the durability of these cores is questionable, since these caves were trying to destroy them with these little ice pick looking things, so it can't be that much.
Well, here's another thing. It's also that the demon handed them a specialty item to do it. So you can also say that it's a trick situation. Equating these hacks are different, and it's said to be their spirit, but I don't know if it equates their soul. I would allow it, but it would be weird for this crossverse shit.
The way I see it, he can imbue the soul dismantle technique within his domain just like he did in the last moment of the Sukuna fight. His opponent wouldn't be able to counter the guaranteed hit effect of the domain, and if the soul does indeed work in the way that Enmu described it, then the soul would get destroyed and that person would die. Now you might be wondering why I'm bringing this up against Akaza since he's a demon, but all demons were once human at some point, so I don't think it would make much sense for their souls to be gone once they turn into a demon.
Soul dismantle!
And with that, Yuji finishes the Demon Slayer Gauntlet with a flawless 4-0 KD. But you could crank that number up a lot more if you agree with what I just said. Or maybe you think I'm hyping Yuji's abilities way too much. Leave your thoughts in the comments below.
I don't think you're hyping them too much, but I don't like this one because it just feels cheap. I get it, but I feel it's cheap. That's how I feel now. At the same time, my baby, the Biwa demon, Nakime, the true demonic essence would fuck up Yuji so bad. Nakime is going to turn Yuji's life into hell and back. At the same time, when you mean solo Demon Slayer, you meant honestly, I thought this was gonna be something different because like soloing Demon Slayer, at first the way it was written, I was like, there's no way in hell you can think that he can beat all the characters in one go, like back to back all at one time, because that's bullshit. But if you're talking about like just one on ones, I could see it. I could definitely see that. Yeah, I can see that. Nakime on the other hand, no, no. Too many portals, too many hacks, and she will outlast the fuck out of him. And he doesn't have the stealth to avoid her.
On this. But anyways, next animation dropping soon. Peace out.
Got you. I fuck with the musical choice. Nice. Good on you, man. Anyways, links will be in the description. Please support the motherfucker. If you do not do so, I will put my foot. You know what the hell I mean. Thank you. Anyways, I'm going to support myself by telling you some of the shit that I do, right? Obviously, I have to. It's how I make a difference to my own income slightly if I want to live. Please like my video if you enjoyed. Comment because you have something to say, and subscribe because you think I'm somebody who's worthy of your subscription. Thank you very much. Besides that, I have links to Discord in the description, Ko-fi if you want to find me, my link tree, which will lead to all my different socials, and just all around everything. Thank you very much. Besides that, I think I'm kind of just dope, amazing, and I'm totally never ever doubted my own animation ability. Anyways, speaking of that, look at this. Yeah, that's what I'm working on currently. Working on the pacing and speed of its entire thing here, but it's still work in progress. As we're working on making Kendrick come out of his fucking cave. Yes, it's supposed to be a lore reasons. This is not Kendrick itself himself. This is a muse that's dressed up as Kendrick, but at the same time, that would involve me explaining what a muse is. Anyways, yeah, that happens. We go back here, and then we load in the first 4 characters that are about to get folded. Anyways, it'll make more sense when the music gets dropped in and added as well. But please have a lovely day, and yeah, see you. Da 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 da.